soul. For two reasons. One, you do not exist, and two, there is no soul, separate soul. There is only the one thing that is, and it is this general soul, our beautiful soul. And it's hard to believe this statement because each and every one thinks that he is a separate character, and he, of course, has something so elusive that you cannot see. It's not your body, it's somewhere in the heart or in the air or between God or something. It's something that is called the soul, and it's yours, and you know that this is your own specific, beautiful inner core, inner thing. And to deny you from this identity is to deny you from your own identity. But this is the game, this is what we play here in this radical knowing yourself proposal. What I propose to you, I propose a different kind of perspective on yourself, who you are, and on the basic things you know about yourself. You know your name, and you know who you are, where you were born, and you know your character. And all of these things are nice, but the most precious thing you have is your soul. This is the thing that you are most connected to, your beautiful soul. What feels, all the feelings, all the beautiful emotions that are in your souls, or the generosity, the beautiful love you express. It's so deep because the soul is like something that is connected to spirituality because you cannot touch it. But like any other tool, this illusion uses to create the illusion of separateness from itself. It is only a tool, also a beautiful tool, but it is also a tool, and so you do not have a separate soul. So you do not have a separate soul because there are no separate phenomena in oneness. There is only one thing, and it has a certain soul. And the thing you call your soul is another form of identification with the story, with yourself. Creating a character is beyond just actions and materialistic possessions or definitions like who you are, your line of work, or what who are you married to. It's beyond these things. For the story to be really deep and beautiful, it has to have a soul. This beautiful tool of the narrator, of us, to pour into the character the most profound meanings to the characters. They're meaningful, something meaningful is happening. When you think about soul, you think about something that is full of meaning, full of divinity. It's something beyond day-to-day chores and day-to-day reactions. It is something so kind and beautiful. It is soulful. When you say about something that it is soulful, it's full of generosity and beauty. And this is why it's true, because oneness is full of generosity. It is a giant soul. The only problem is when, and it's not a problem, it is the mechanism that creates the illusion. But if you look at it from this wide perspective, you must understand that it is a problem because it is one of the strongest tools the character has to connect and to bond itself to the identification, because it is such a beautiful tool. When you say about your soul, the soul is the place when you feel the deepest. Feel it in your soul. You can see another person's soul when you interact with him. if he's doing something beautiful, you will say he has a beautiful soul, or I could see his soul. And this is why most people, when they express love and generosity, they express the nature of oneness, and this is soulful behavior. But it is not a character's soulful behavior, Jim's soulful behavior, because Jim does not exist. Jim cannot have a soul. There is no place up above, like a mountain or a palace, where all the souls are coming from, and they are separate, and they wear this beautiful coat, and then they come down to earth, and then they play the game. This is not the process that is happening. The oneness always stays connected, even in the apparent illusion. And people tend to embrace the idea of oneness because they love the idea, because it resonates with their innermost profound belief system, or it resonates with, it just feels right. But when you get more into what is this oneness, generally it will stop, the understanding of this idea will stop in the soul level. It must be because the connection or the reincarnation or the character that wants to stay separate, it wants to maintain this identity. It doesn't want to be one with others. You do not want to disappear. You want to stay. You want to be. Of course you want to be. You're so special. You don't want to immerse yourself in like a giant sea and you are nothing but a drop. You want to be who you are. You are so important. This is everything you've got. You are everything you've got. And so when I'm taking this perception from you and I'm saying the soul is not yours because you do not exist, so you cannot have a soul. So I'm taking away your most valuable possession. I'm sorry. But I can tell you that it's like I'm taking away your beautiful diamond. You are holding a beautiful diamond and you don't want to let it go because it's yours and it's shining, it's beautiful, and it's all you have. This is your diamond. How can you just give it up? And I'm saying, okay, it's not, give it to me, and I'm taking it from you. So it's sad, but you should know that the diamond you were holding was fake. This is a fake diamond. The soul is beautiful, but it is a fake idea of what you are. And the stronger connection to your separate soul is the way you will stay self-centered instead of more cooperative with your surrounding, which is everything is you. So everything is you. You are one giant soul, and your narrow perspective of a soul, what you perceive as yours, you look at it and you use it in your daily life. And it's beautiful. And this is how it should work. Oh, and like in everything else, people want to use truth and to just make a quick buck or gain power, and the use of souls, this beautiful term, like soulmates, and people who promise you your soulmate, or people who promise to take your soul and make it better and you know, redeem your soul and everything. They want to take something that is not there, like perpetuate it, like make it in stone, make it true, and then work with it. And the thing is, you my suggestion is to look at your soul as a beautiful expression of oneness in your own beautiful structure of if you're a man or a woman or didn't decide what you are, or if you are a funny man or a serious man, or just someone who likes to have fun like me. And your beautiful expression takes this oneness, this giant soul, and celebrates it and expresses it in a way that is not connected to the character itself. It is connected only to you, only to your specific surroundings. So the soul is a beautiful mechanism, tool, that helps the story, creates the identification, the necessary identification of a character for the entire thing to express itself. It is also an illusion. But because it's such a wonderful and merciful and kind illusion, because soul is beautiful expression, then people tend to mistake more and more. The common misperception is that soul is the higher thing, is yours. The minute you think the soul is yours, you got it wrong. You got everything wrong. Everything is mixed up. It's just like the giant, I don't know, knot. You cannot see that the beginning or the end. The minute you know that your soul is yours. Like, I know that these things are very hypothetical and you cannot embrace what I'm saying as reality, because this would be crazy, and I'm not suggesting you would just start ignoring and saying this is not my soul. I'm offering you another way of looking at yourself and at your soul, because the consensus, the mainstream, the thing that you will hear when you hear the word soul is the identification. And I will say no, the soul is not yours. It creates the identification, and it is the source of the problem. So just know that in the sea, in the ocean of misconception that you are surrounded and grown into, you will hear another voice and it will tell you this. And this is all you have to do with it. Just listen once to this idea, and when the time will be right, the general soul, one soul, will connect to itself in your story, in your own specific story, and then you will realize that your narrow, beautiful soul was so much bigger all the time.